Morning, everybody. This is Stephen Pugh of the Home Bible College. I want to do a new installment in my course called the ABC. This is what they didn't teach you at nursery school. And today we're looking at a new chapter. This chapter is called C is for Cat. And you can imagine, can't you, a children's book in which there's a big cat and it's big letter C across the middle. Now, cats are wild. They can't be tamed. Oh, all right, so they'll come and sit on your knee and they'll purr and they'll come for food and everything else, but they come on their own terms. Now, in our house many years ago, we had mice. We had some mice. Now, it took our cat Bibby a week to pick up the trail. Maybe it's because she just couldn't find them, but it took her a week to pick up the trail. And when she did pick up the trail, then she refused all food from us until they were all caught. She turned wild, as we would say, for a few weeks. Now, cats are wild. You know, that is life. That's how they are. And we never know what's going to happen next. We never know what's going to happen next. If you think that you've got everything planned and you know exactly what's happening, then you just are in a dream. Okay, cats are wild. We never know what's going to happen, and most people are afraid of change. They are afraid of all sorts of change in which things are not comfortable like they used to be. However, once we understand that change in our lives is inevitable, even if we do nothing at all, life will change. If you do nothing in your garden, then it will eventually change. The weeds will grow, the flowers will die, the vegetables will rot. This is what happens. This is how change happens. And almost invariably, things change from the better to the worse. That's just how life is. The important thing is this: if change is inevitable, even if we do nothing at all, is there anything that we can do to make the changes that are going to happen changes that we would like to see? Well, the first thing to realize is that change is going to happen, and that we need to control the change as much as we're able. There are certain things that you can't control. You can't control the fact that you're putting on a year every year in age. You can't control the fact that as you get older, so the frailties and the disabilities of life will eventually creep up on you. You can't control that. That's just how life is. However, what we can do is we can recognize the changes that are likely to happen and be ready for them when they come. That we can do. You know, on one occasion, a verger was asked if he'd seen many changes in the church in many years he'd served as the verger. And his reply was, yes, but I've resisted everyone. And that is the point. The secret really here is don't resist change. Embrace it. Embrace it. Change is happening. We're all getting older. We're more mature. So embrace that. Somebody said to me one day, "You've changed." And I think he was saying it in a derogatory way. But I replied, I hope so. I would hope that in 10 years I do change, and hopefully for the better. Change happens, but can we control the change? See, change is good. Without change, we would not go from childhood to maturity. We would not go from acquaintance to intimacy. We would not go from parents to grandparents. Remember this, there's no change in the graveyard. No change there. By the way, don't try to change people. Only God can do that. It was advertised on an airline, we do not teach our staff to be nice. We just employ nice people. What a shortcut. What a shortcut. However, things won't change in your life for the better unless you do something. So work hard on changing yourself. There are things that you will need to learn to do. As a child, these words were on a little frame by the side of my bed, and I never knew how important they were. These are the words: God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. It's no point you struggling against things that you can't change. You cannot change what happened yesterday. You cannot know what's going to happen tomorrow. All you can do is to forget the past and embrace the future. That's all you can do. So many people moan about things. Oh, the boss is a pain, the weather is wet, the bus is late. It gives the moaner stress and negatively affects other people. But the moaning in these cases does no good whatsoever. If the bus is late, accept it. You will be late for work today. So what? There's nothing that you can do about it. You need to accept those things that cannot be changed. So just accept it. Perhaps you might consider getting an earlier bus in future. And then even if the bus is late, you'll still be on time. See the point? It's wet. Get used to it. It's got to rain sometime. It's got to rain sometime. You need the rain. Just accept it. Be content with what happens. You need to accept the things you cannot change. Your boss is a pain. So what? You might think about your performance, because most employers are not going to be a pain to their best employees. So do your work better. Do your work sooner. Do your work more effectively. And if that doesn't please him, just be content with yourself. You cannot change other people, so just accept them as they are. However, there is one person that you can change, and that's you. So get busy on yourself. You won't be paid more until you are a better person. You won't get more respect until you have better skills. So get busy on yourself. When I was a child of about 12 months, I realized that there are two things in this world: things that move and things that don't. Got that? Remember that now? Things that move and things that don't. And here I would like to give you a universal law of life. And listen carefully. Write this down. Don't push what doesn't move. Got that now? Have you ever pushed a car to start it? You start off and the driver waits for a signal to put the engine in gear, but instead the brake is put on and you feel all of your energy drain away. Now, if this happens more than twice, you will be totally exhausted. Being exhausted in this way is called burnout. So don't push what doesn't move. If it doesn't work, stop doing it. Or as Christ says, after the first and second admonition, reject. When we take charge of our lives, then a sense of peace comes over us. Control is the key to peace of mind. If you let things run and place yourself at the mercy of events, then it will play havoc with your peace of mind. So remember this. Remember this carefully. Write it down. Write it on a card. Put it in your wallet. C is for control, change. Take the initiative and make things happen in a good way. We look forward to catching up with you on our next episode. Have a great day. Bye for now.